What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. Hopefully this time with a bit of a fixed microphone situation after that last Windows update. I know a ton of you guys were saying, is my phone broken? Are my headphones broken? I personally thought I rolled over my own headphones with my chair. So my webcam mic I know is not the best for content. The Rode USB condenser mic, much better for my voice. Let's go ahead and get into what's happening with the 2020 Megatins and how it's turned the market on its head. Incantation Chalice Slime is one of the few cards that the tins miss. They really nailed down everything, and we'll get into the huge price dips in a second, but this is a 3 of in the Megalith deck that's been going around recently with Lungeriety. He's a regular in our Discord, check that out down below. And when it comes to this card, and being a generic ritual engine with the incantations, not getting a matching super rare is pretty sad in the first place, but we could see this go to even higher proportions because there's just not the most of these on market. Most people only have a playset or 2 playsets, but not everybody's wanting to go spend $5 on a rare and would be hoping that, hey, maybe they'll get that in an OTS pack or a side set, that sort of thing, as it is one of the bigger pieces of the incantations. It'd be cool to see this in a secret rare or even gold rare, maybe, with the new gold rarity actually looking pretty clean. Another card that was missed, this one you could have called being missed as it was a promo in the special editions, White Rose Dragon. This is used in a lot of Dragon Link decks, so it's something to consider getting sooner than later, and its population has been going down in terms of what you can grab, but we do see some sellers with decent quantities on market. Orcus Crescendo becomes an interesting penny stonk, as Orcus is a deck that just one card off the ban list could bring it back to the forefront of being playable on the top tier. So this is a card to definitely look at. It did not get a printing within the Megatins, no rarity upgrade or downgrade, and the counter trap is very important to that deck. Update Jammer did not get a reprint, but it has such high quantities on market, it does become a little bit of a penny stonk, and I could have sworn that this got a holo upgrade somewhere, and it just doesn't exist. I was like, what? No OTS pack? Really? No Battles of Legend? What? So this is one of those cards, you do use it in Salamangreats here and there, and it does have a place in certain combo decks with Cyberse, but it's not really seeing metagame play still right now. So it's something to keep an eye on, but I wouldn't necessarily just go rush for the hills buying a ton of them. And what everybody did rush for the hills buying a ton of is Fortune Lady Every. I think this was a bit of a overreaction, I would say, when compared to the past cards like Coral Dragon that missed the 10s and went to this length's 20. Well, this is the same price spike as Coral Dragon, yet that's a way better card that was still a tech option and then became popular again thanks to Needle Fiber. This card, however, is not the best in the world. While I get that people are fans of the Fortune decks, $20, that's a bit high, but if you were getting in early, does seem like a pretty good move, because whenever something misses the 10s, oh poggers, oh man, oh this is crazy. But again, the past comparison of such a better card missing the 10s, going to that same length and falling out over time, I think you'll see this fall kind of flat on its face, but the waifu tax could be very real. Interestingly enough, she's actually a censored art as well with her midsection if you look at the OCG. Now, speaking about art, Amanda LaPalme is going to work with MetaMats. They're going to drop something new on August 21st, and I want to put this as an example. I have not seen so many people hunting a secondary market item that was fan-made in so long as this bundle, and I've seen, like, at least in the last 2 weeks still, 5 people trying to hunt down this Toon Kit completely after figuring it out exists. Amanda has something coming out with MetaMats. It'll go on their site on August 21st, and I have it early. It's this construct. So this is a wooden box, pretty durable, and it comes with a lot of goodies inside. They sent me this. This is not a sponsored spot. They sent it to me to review, and I do think it's pretty good value. If you're a fan of the deck, you get an enamel pin that is very nice and sturdy, as well as that sticker. You get sleeves on top of it that look beautiful if you're a fan of the deck. You get a metal field center. It's not as thick as Stay Classy's, and I think that's partly to keep it like this. Like, it's really beautiful how they did the rose gold. So I could see why they wanted to keep it all like this instead of colorizing it. And you have the back actually looking like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. They did a really good job with this. It doesn't need to be that thick either. Like, it's metal. You hear that? It's durable anyways. And what's insane, what I think you could physically kill somebody with, are these metal dice that just look incredible. I know DZF has showed a lot of these off on his channel, and I probably should have unpackaged this first. because I'm not seeing how to just open it. But basically, there's metal Shadol dice in here with really cool designs, and they are, you literally could end up killing somebody with Construct here. And you get a card decal. So the wood box is a collectible in and of its own with Amanda's art. And then you would have like people paying $60 anyways for a cloth playmat like this. That is really amazing. So they just send it to like shout out and give a unbiased review. I'll say that everything in here is pretty top quality. I would be looking forward to it. You have unique items. I probably wouldn't actually be rolling those at events. They're more for art on your desk, I would think. You get a metal field center. Like, the value all adds up to about 125, which is what Metamats will be selling it at for their collab as well. The wooden box is kind of just, that's a really cool thing if you're a fan of the deck. Now, I don't think that Shadols will have as many people clamoring as Toons and Pegasus and something from the anime, but I do predict this will sell out quickly, especially with how this one went. So pay attention to those secondary market items like Jim, how they have their deck boxes and their playmats, their backpacks sell out and rise up on the secondary market. This is one of those items, and it's going to have a lot of attention from other Yu-Gi tubers too if Doug's already showing it. So do be on the lookout for the Shadols on Metamats on August 21st. Next up, we have the fallout from the Megatins, starting with Borloth Savage Dragon. I could not have seen it falling as quickly as it did last night. It was actually lower down into the 30s, so it's a little bit of a rebound, maybe getting a sales rate with people crying short print. Short print. Short prints are coming to the tins. I want to show you some math very quickly. Yes, the mega set is thick, and things can get short printed. Imagine a short print of 1 per case. How dirty. The difference is at MSRP, a case is only $240. So you triple that up for a regular products case, and you're still like, well, 3 of a card and $720 is insane. The difference is, let's say the non-hookup price for the tins are $11.50, right? And we're going to multiply that by 12 for a case of tins, and then multiply it by 3. This is what vendors are paying on the Megatins at a not hookup price. That's how they're able to each year cut each other's throats on the secondary market, and you see fallouts like, remember $12 Boral swords? I remember $12 Boral swords when everyone thought they would be way higher at first, and they finally are at 18 to 20. That's why tins have such a problem producing a $20 card, especially with so many chase cards that we're going to go over here in a second. So when we're looking at Dragoon, it would be very hard pressed to be $30. Yet people are trying to get in on these pre-sales. Do not overpay. Wait. Dragoon likely, even shorted, will not be at above $30 on release day. Now, when we're looking at other chase cards, that means they'll similarly likely be down. Don't overpay on pre-sales. I often say, my TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying, is a great thing. But with pre-sales, TCGs, usually a place you want to chill out on historically, and it's way too early. Extrab's Collector Rare fell out a little bit here. It was already falling down towards 155, I think, last time we saw it, and now all the way down to 140, and the Ultra Rares are dipping hard. Now, people didn't understand my conversation completely and had this back and forth with me on, John, every reprint good, getting every card cheap is good. Well, there is still a balance in Konami using something to sell a product and then reprinting it again. So Toon Chaos Unlimited is on shelves right now. Vendors have to sell that, and now the top Ultra's having its value slurped on out, kind of like a vampire sucking blood. It's just slurped out of it, and that'll cause either other cards to go up, like the Noble Knight stuff, or the collector rares have to hard carry, and neither situation's good. You want chase cards like this, you don't want them to be short printed, which this wasn't in the set, it's just how the layout was, and it's weird to see a reprint this fast. I personally would have loved to see it as a mass non-shorted reprint in the next March reprint set. That's where I would have liked to see it. And yeah, Konami not shorting a chase card in the side reprint sets like Imperm, I know. But that's where I personally would have liked to see it. I still want cards as cheap as possible for everybody. I think they either should have just skipped the Toon Chaos reprint and put it in the 10s, or done the Toon Chaos reprint and then put it in the March reprint set. That's where I'm coming from. You destroying a product's value so soon in terms of one of the chase cards, it just hurts. And a lot of people bought these recently going, okay, fine, I'm gonna go ahead and get it, and now they get screwed out of their value too. That's where I'm coming from on that argument. But let me know how you feel about it. It's just like, yeah, reprint again, until it's nothing? Or do you think Konami should make those smarter moves like I'm saying that I think they should have? No Material's a great reprint to see. I think it will be very cheap and accessible, one of those dollar cards out the gate to start, and a great penny stock for the future. It probably will see its formats. Cherubini is nice to see reprinted too. A lot of people thinking it would be gold rare. It's nosediving in price. You can see 12 versus its 18. No Material only falling like a couple bucks. Avermax falling out really hard towards 20. I think this will be one of the easier chase cards to get from the 10s for sure when we're talking prices, like $5 or under probably. Sign-up mining people will still be after in playsets, but it had a reprint before, really helping bring down value. You even see the reprints value going down as people try to sell. This could be a $3 to $2 card even in the 10s depending on rarities and pull rates. IP Masquerena way down towards 25. Now, when you talk about one-ofs in the extra deck with the 10, they can still rise to the top. See Boral Sword. When it comes to Masquerena, though, there are so many one-of in the extra deck competitors like Apollosa, which is going to get another reprint of Borreload Savage. So many different cards to vie for that chase position. It looks like vendors are recognizing, well, people will want her. We better start selling. Apollosa is also an interesting conversation. I know I keep saying interesting, but we don't know the rarities. We don't know the pull rates. We don't know how it's really going to turn out with that thick set. When it comes to this card also being in Gold Series, it's got a double whammy coming for it, and it actually fell exactly to where I called. Last night it was still up in the 60s, now she's towards 55, which is where I thought it would end up immediately after the announcement. Took a little while, took a day, but she has extra value drainage coming, and we know it does. Seifert might be one of those cards. A lot of people want 2 or 3 of this card. Surprising all the Chaos Dragon cards ended up here that people chase after 3 of, and it holds a decent value from the 10s. And finally, we're out of 10 talk. We go to Ayers Rock Sunrise, getting its buyout. It is generic B support if you don't know this card. It's a little monster reborn. Every single version of it's been bought out. Let's give it a read real quick. Target a beast-type monster in your graveyard. You special summon the target. All face-up monsters your opponent controls lose 200 attack each for each beast, plant, and winged beast monster currently in your graveyard. Weird that it's, you know, plant instead of the beast warrior typing that usually goes with it, but hey. It's the Sunrise. And so it's kind of this extender play, and people are looking forward to Tri-Brigades, but also currently Melfi stuff has just been getting ridiculous buyouts. And then finally, Magician's Valkyria from the structure deck. This has always been a weird, hard one to get. Limited edition is bought out to the point of 40. So people are still going to get bonked for their buyouts that are around the waifus by me, but people are wiling out. There's a lot of versions of her. There's a jump version. There's other things you can have. You can go get a prismatic secret rare from Japan for just a couple bucks. Calm down with your bad selves. That being said, thanks for watching today's Market Watch. What did you think of the cards that were missed by the 10s? Again, this was a promo, so I think we could have seen that coming. I think Chalice Slime is actually kind of the biggest winner if you had them in terms of its upward potential, but right now people are really celebrating if they have this card. I wonder what the sales rates will actually look like after this price point. And thanks again for watching, and let me know what you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation and crisper quality mic than yesterday's video, and we'll see you next time, to quote Simo.